I'm saying it's useless.
Well, Patar's just fucking said that he's had a call from T saying you're a dead man walking. So if that's not written plain Jane, he's going to try to do some shit to him, and I don't know what is. So first of all, we are not putting Patar in any situations where he can get caught lacking. Doesn't go nowhere alone. We don't know what that means. That could mean T's going to do something himself. That means, God knows, we're getting fucking airstrikes, bro. The sky is the limit with what it could mean. So nowhere does he go alone at all. Because we can't let him get grabbed.
I agree.
We all good on that?
Yep, 100%.
I think T's smart enough to not get himself to grab Patar. They pay someone to grab him.
Yeah.
That's arguably worse because it's harder to see that coming because we're not going to know who it's going to be.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So we just need to be.
You'll currently be
Not
getting
paranoid,
surveyed.
but yeah, we don't know who it's going to be, so we need to be wary of everyone.
That's the thing.
Rather assume it's everyone.
He can easily be like, "Here's 10 M's, go grab me Patar."
Yeah.
I think thing is, T's like, he can talk with pretty much anyone in the city, and I'm sure they'd probably back him. That's how kind of how he had it before.
Right, okay, so that's clear. We're all on the same page. Everyone, like, do not, and I don't mean like, yeah, we agreed to that tonight, and then tomorrow we wake up and he's out doing solo shit. If people are around, he's got people with him at all times. Because it doesn't, we don't know what time zone that the people are going to be, any of that.
Yeah. You're right.
Second of all, I was going to speak to you about this, Patar. I think it's, you know, it doesn't matter that everyone's here because we should all be on the same page. I need you to run me through everything we have, like exact
2025.
So usually,
currently.
I'd keep 90% of the gold in my apartment because I didn't want other Gold Rush employees stealing gold. So I had already like 15 mil worth of gold dust in my apartment.
Got you.
I took the materials. I took the rest over gold dust, put that in my apartment, and then 5 mil cash, 2 mil from UK Oil, 3 mil from Gold Rush.
Currently, you've got 3 mil from Gold Rush, 2 mil from UK Oil. Right. As I was
All
saying,
the goods I have.
Yo, man.
So we have currently.
No, we can't pick you up, brother.
5
Just
mil.
get here.
And how much in gold?
Selling value depending on old market or new market. I'd say minimum 20 mil, upwards of 30 to 40.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure I said this already to you, but as of right now, consider that just all frozen.
Yeah,
right?
no, I like even when the boys asked for it the other day, I told them no.
Yeah, like that right now should be nothing more than leverage for the time being, especially after you've received that phone call.
Can I say with that gold, can we get that moved into a warehouse he doesn't know the location of? Purely for the fact if he goes the legal route and tries to get you raided, that ain't happening.
I don't even think he knows that I took the gold.
No, but if he's saying it's like 25 mil or whatever.
Is it gold you...
He's talking about 25. The 25 mil he's talking about is the 5 mil I stole, 5 mil for that he gave for whichever war it was, the seaside one or the other one or the Hydra one. I don't remember which one it was. And then 15 mil that we've spent of his money since day one, since the day we used to do $1 million meth runs till now. That's where the 15 mil comes from.
My question is, right, why so regardless of the funds that was taken after the shooting and after everything that's unfolded, why was his angle when I arrived about the money that we owed him money?
Because he said the Mandem were living on my money.
But he was aware of that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
I mean, the only way he's getting that shit back is if he fucking goes to court, and that ain't happening.
Can I ask a question? So there's not only him not feeling it anymore. He's obviously disappointed in us not adapting and not becoming greater. When he says that, do you think it is our vibe amongst each other, or do you think it is the feeling of MDM, or do you think it's purely like, for example, what Saints did to us and whatever, that we are not more ruthless and like
all
can handle ourselves? Huh?
Everything.
I don't think he would be able to give you a straight answer.
Yeah.
On what it is
No,
we
I'm
need
asking
to do.
you. I'm asking you.
Well, what do I think we need to do? Or what do I think T thought we needed to do?
Do you think he feels like we are not strong enough when it comes to the gang part of the gang?
I
you
think
know?
so too. Like we literally lost the bench to the
Yeah, we
Saints,
lost
then we got
everything.
steamrolled, then we paid them 2 mil to end it, and then
Yeah,
we
that's definitely a
then-
factor.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
It is. So let me say something. This is my point of view. Is I'm nobody. I just want to say this. I don't think we give him shit. He just threatened Patar, who's done everything. Yes, people have used him. People got complacent because of him, but that's not Patar's fault. Patar's done everything for us because he's a good friend and a fucking brother to all of us. Now this motherfucker's coming threatening him. That's not okay, brother. Should we have
Yeah,
shot
it's
him?
not.
I don't.
It's
Yeah.
it's not to give back to him. The money, regardless of what we do with it,
Yeah.
as its current state, is frozen because it's not that. The thing is it's covering our asses for every option, right?
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is arguably nothing that is off the cards. You don't know if you're gonna go to the block, and it's gonna be fucked up. We saw what happened previous. Like,
Yeah.
it's a reassurance. It's an insurance. It gives us some sort of leverage because if
Yeah.
he was going for us and we had nothing to give, we're not going to let it get to that point. But if it did ever get to a point where we need a way out, there isn't one. So all it is covering our asses currently, right? And
if you guys
we took
ever-
that to kind of take the first step. Because if originally Patar said, he took it because it was what he was owed. I think after like you thought about it more, it made a lot more sense that we had that as like we took the first move to make sure that he couldn't do anything to fuck us over. Because he might have, regardless of if we'd taken the stuff, he's obviously now going to sit here and say, oh, I wouldn't have done nothing if you didn't take the gold and the money, right? But who are we to know that the shooting wouldn't have been enough to...
I'm not gonna
lead
lie.
to
If you
exactly
guys
what's
shot
happening.
me, I probably would make your guys' life hell.
Look, I
Yeah.
just want this to be known. All right, if this ever become like, I mean, it's already become a pretty big issue, and he has shot one of his gang members over a situation before.
Yeah.
It needs to be known. He shot Dwayne.
I mentioned that, and he said,
No, he never
who?
shot Dwayne.
He
I'm
said,
pretty sure he shot. Who did he shoot in the car
Eh,
park? Because he shot someone in the car
yeah,
park.
He
he's
has shot people,
shotgun,
but they're not
yeah.
around no more.
Who did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Yeah, but that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing is, right? We have the leverage. That's just how it stands right now. Like, that is not seen as our money. That's not seen as your money. That's leverage. Right now, that's just frozen. That's how we need to view that. Other thing is obviously a lot of people have been getting hit up, right, by him. I think one of his tactics is going to be to try and see who he can get to and who is not as sure of the situation at hand that he can try and maybe get on side and convert. So when that arises, I'm gonna need honesty with who's been contacted. And I know some people have come forward and voiced that they've been reached out to, but I'm gonna be going around to everyone individually and making sure that they're letting me know. Because if that's happening,
I'll tell
if
you.
he's hit anyone up and it's been kept a secret, to be honest, that fills me with a lot of doubt.
Can I pick this up? It's Bolingbrook. I think it's Eli.
Yeah, of course.
Hola, Eli. Sorry you got caught. Yeah.
'Cause it says a lot about all the people who have come to me and said, yo, T, hit me up. That speaks volumes. And I really respect that. And I appreciate that because even someone in Matt's case, right? He voiced to me, I don't know if I would fully agree with the shooting thing, but he got hit up by T. And the first thing he did was he came to me and he said, look, T's hit me up. I don't want this to come across like I'm on side with him.
Yeah, I found a lost member. Can I get 50 quid?
Yo, hi. Hello.
Hello.
We just
Sorry,
needed,
we
needed
somewhere
somewhere
a little quiet.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is
We can,
beautiful.
We can move if you want. You just
Y'all
sort
are
of come
fine.
down.
Don't mind me. I'm just going over to the island.
No worries.
What island?
Well, I don't see an island, but
We're
fair
on
enough.
an island.
There is an island.
So,
below. We don't
I'm
see it from
gonna-
here.
Everyone here, I know Patar's told me, I know Matt's told me, I know Winston's told me. Vince, has he reached out to you?
Yeah, I said the other day, but he didn't call me. Because I didn't pick up the phone.
Yeah, you
He
did
just
say.
text me
Yes,
about
you
it.
are right.
Let me say about my situation real quick, okay?
Go for it.
I woke up yesterday and it was like a realization. It was like the dust settled and it finally kicked in. I was very emotional, you know. So I actually texted them. I said, if you care, call me. I was sitting on my GTR. I was up at the cemetery. I was just thinking, you know. And then he called me instantly and he was like, well, I do care. So what's up? And we had a little chat and here and there. And I told him I of course everybody's gonna do their best. Like everybody's emotional, everybody does mistakes, everybody says shit, but you call Patar Deadwood, like if after all he's done for you and whatever, and if you just want to leave, that's one thing. I didn't think that he left on an easy way, you know, like, oh yeah, I love you guys, but my heart is not in it anymore, we're always going to be like friends or whatever. I felt like you guys felt like on the house, when he was standing on the house with you guys. I wasn't actually there for that, so I don't know, but it felt like he left aggressively. But he said, no, I tried that, I wanted a way out, and nobody wanted to let me go, pretty
No, in
much.
fairness to him, the first time he tried to walk, that's factual. That it wasn't.
Yeah,
That first scene there was not. That was not like
yeah,
That
yeah,
was
an
emotional
aggressive
versus
step
gang
down
gang.
from him, right? And that was
Yeah.
everyone being like, "Nah, man, like, come on, you're the boy, like, stay." The second
Yeah.
conversation where the chain actually got dropped, that was where
Yeah.
it was an aggressive, like, "I'm leaving" thing. And
Yeah,
he said Matt, he agreed to Matt on the phone that
yeah.
he was
And not
condescending in that
and,
Can I go
meeting.
pick
and
up
not
Eli from prison?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just
I'll bring
finish
him here.
this. Let me just finish this, Patar.
Yeah.
Very quick. Nothing was very like. If I don't say anything that we spoke about, you don't miss anything. There's no key information other than this, and I actually forgot about it until this point. He actually, I told him to stop. I know what you're doing. I said that because it felt like he was trying to pouch. You know, he was digging. So he was like, the only persons you need to look out for, or like be careful about, is SK and Patar. I said, stop. Well, I know what you're trying to do, and it's not gonna work. Not with me. You of all people should know that. And it was like, what? And then like he's trying to. I think he's trying to turn us against us, or us against you. You know?
It's the easiest card to play, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's more than aware that there's varying opinions in the Mandem, as there always has been. So the easiest card for him to play is to work his way around the group, find out who agreed and who disagreed, and then try and worm into that. And honestly, I don't blame him. I would do if I was in his situation, I probably would take that approach as well. It's the logical
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah.
But we just need to be aware that that's what's going on,
Yeah. Yeah.
and not
Break
and
the
not
group
let
within.
him and not let him do that.
He won't be able to.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pick up Eli real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I'll
harsh
bring him here.
reality is, if he does, it lets us know who's here for the long run and who isn't.
100%. We know who's
If anyone-
a snake.
If anyone walks and it's not even a side thing. This is the thing that hurts me the most, and I will be vulnerable with you for a moment. Like, I feel like these last few days I've had to just shield, right? And like, I don't know if this is just me assuming what you guys think of me, but I feel like people think that I actively now dislike Tommy, and that what I did was because it was like a against T thing, bro.
No. Come on, brother. Nobody thinks that. You think it
Yeah,
It
too
was
much.
not like that.
No. Of
Yeah,
course
I
not.
don't. I don't think any. I think everyone just thinks it was like a, emotions got fucking high. He drops his chain
I
during
think
it,
you
and he
even
gets shot.
regret. Sorry, Vince.
No,
I
you're
think
good.
you even regret putting your word on the line that if he does that, you have to shoot.
I
You
do.
were forced.
100%.
Yeah. So no,
I
brother.
can admit that. That's what hurts me the most. Is the
Yeah.
fact that I said what I said in emotion at the mansion that then led me to have to follow up to my word. That's hard for me to live with right now. But
We all
I have
back
to
it,
go with
brother.
what I did.
Agree, disagree, whatever. Should have done, should not have done. We all fucking back you, brother. And what you've done in this last 3 days is more than we've done for a year, man. Just keep it up. Don't change. I'm surprised. I'm shocked of how well you are doing.
Garrett, thank you for 11 months, brother.
I appreciate it. But yeah, we just
Yep.
got to be really, really, really fucking careful, because I do think there is people that he's going to get through to a lot easier than some of us. Just need to be aware of that.
No.
I see Mosley being able to be convinced very easily.
Yeah. That's one of my concerns.
How was Patar in that meeting?
With T,
Yeah.
to be honest, he didn't say much. It was very much a me and T conversation, and he kind of added in a couple of bits, and then like he was quiet for the whole thing. And then when the dead weight thing got mentioned, he kind of said like, "Oh," and you could tell it was like a
Is that
slap
the
to my shoulder.
sun?
because the only two people who dropped their chains, from what I'm been hearing, is Moses and Patar. I know Patar did it out of
I don't think
emotions.
Patar did it.
He
So
did. Who said-
Patar's story was he said he would drop it if he had it on him to T, but apparently he did have it on him and he didn't drop it.
Yeah.
Is there a cop?
Yeah.
The conversation, can I bring up what happened with the conversation with me and T?
Yeah.
Essentially, the whole convo, I basically messaged him saying, I still got love for you, but I don't respect you. And then he called me saying, how do you say you got love for me, but you don't respect me when I tried leaving the gang, blah, blah, this, that, the third. And basically, he tried to explain his side of the story, what happened in the subway. And I feel like he was trying to sway me into being in his corner, basically making it to me. It just seemed like he just had a problem with Sparky and Patar, or mainly Sparky though. And
Exactly what I said,
that,
right?
And that no other member has been shot apart from him for wanting to leave the gang, and that's not how we did it before. All that shit. And basically, yeah, just trying to bring up points to.
leave, bro?
Nobody.
It makes sense though, right?
Oh wait,
Like,
Stacy left. We let her walk.
Yeah, because she was gonna be a fed.
There's gonna be
yeah.
a cop.
there's a reason why it's like would direct it at me, right? Is the first step of the mental warfare that
Yup.
anyone with a brain would take is to try and turn us against each other from the inside out.
Yeah.
He has to
That-
do 10% of the work he has to do if he can turn us against. If we're fucking ourselves over, he ain't got to do nothing.
I mean, that's the thing is, what has everyone been saying for the last couple of days? We should have let him walk nicely. We should have done this. It's the easy route to just blame Sparky so that everyone's like, yeah, that's how I feel.
No one blames Sparky though.
No. But I mean, like, I think it's unfair to say it's not come up in conversations where it's like, you know, we should have let him walk, or, you know, it could have been done another way, or this or that. But see, it's a really easy route for him to take, being like, Sparky is the probably the weakest link to blame, in a sense, where most people would be like, I don't agree with him getting shot. I don't agree with him shot. Because from a gang perspective, I'll 100% back it. From a personal, he's my boy perspective, it's a different story. And a lot of you guys probably feel that way too. So it's a really good narrative for him to spin on you guys to be like, you know what? You're actually right.
Yeah.
It's just an easy manipulation to pull. Like, that's what we'd all turn to if we had to, really, isn't it? It's step one of mental warfare. Turn them against each other. It makes sense. Like, I've said this to everyone already. I'll say it to everyone again. We'll go to everyone in the gang and, like, ask if T's contacted him, because I know a lot of people have come to me and said he has, but it's the people who have been contacted and not come forward, if they exist, that is worrying.
I have a feeling he might contact me again because I kind of planted a seed or two with Solomon, and if they are communicating, it might start a line of communication.
But that's smart as fuck, because then you can kind of work out if it got relayed, innit?
Mm-hmm.
So
I
if he
kind of
hits
planted
you up,
the
you know
seed
that.
I had a lot of doubt in my mind, and I had a lot to think about. And if that gets back to T, and T is trying to turn people, then he might bite at the bait.
Good shit.
Okay, how are we moving forward? Like, are we just gonna see how it plays out, or are we trying to squash beef?
I'd say get
Squash
our
beef with
fucking
who?
funds up. We need to get our funds
Yeah,
up.
prepare for war. And if we don't,
prepare
if-
for it.
yeah. And worst comes to worst, if we prepare for it and nothing comes from it, we have a nice, healthy gang account, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not going to be on the streets, right? It's like, right now, it's very much mental warfare. He wins by us not being productive and not getting shit done because we're so caught up on what could happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until something happens that we have to deal with, there's no reason why we can't be making steps and continuing to do what we're going to do. Don't need to stop and scheme on what could happen. But we can keep doing the shit what we're doing as well. Like, we're slowly, day by day, finding out more info. Like, today we now know that Solomon and Tia spoke. That's big for us. Because now no one's going to, we're going to see it coming from a Solomon side if something does arise.
Who else have we spoken to? Have we checked in on Hydra yet? What were their
Yep.
headspaces?
We spoke to Hydra. It was not a very serious conversation. It was just like Mario was there, and it was just very like jokesy vibes. But I still said to him that I said to Flippy, I said, T stepped down from the Mandem. I shot him. I'm now the leader. And he said, okay, cool, yeah. Like, appreciate you letting us know. Gonna speak to Miguel and just, yeah. Like, there was not a lot to it. It was very unserious.
Okay. That's good for us.
Yeah.
I'll
They
better
didn't really
have
give
that
opinion on it, so
No.
it's still pretty 50-50, but it's better than them not hearing it at all.
Yeah, it seemed
Yeah.
like Flippy.
Did you
was-
mention the money?
Honestly, with the tone of that conversation, it like I wanted to have another meeting. Basically, it just wasn't. It was just full SBS, like the whole thing.
Oh my fucking god.
You banned that word. You banned
Yeah,
that
well,
word.
That was a valid use.
What was the word?
Should have just told them to call you whenever like this
That's
is
why
serious.
I said to Flippy, I said speak to Miguel and we'll set up another talk.
Perfect. Okay.
Because it worked, yeah. But we need to talk to him anyway about the meth lab, so that conversation is bound to happen.
Yeah.
Other than that, we keep it moving.
Dude.
Oh God.
We anticipate attack, but we don't let it stop us doing anything.
We also shouldn't let Solomon know that we know that he's probably spoken to T.
We also
He knows.
Told
also
Steve. What do you mean?
He told
Oh,
Steve that's
wait,
how
my
we
bad,
know.
my bad.
we also at no fucking point in daytime nothing. He's not gonna sleep alone. Okay. I'll crash in your living room, brother. Patar is
You
not
finna
gonna
sleep
be
with me?
alone a single fucking time of the hour. Okay. An hour
Context,
of
he
the
got a
day.
phone call from T saying he's a dead man walking. Patar did. So no
And
one leave Patar isolated at any point.
Just to point out, he came to pick me up on his own.
Yeah.
Saying.
Oh my fucking god.
We did fail at the first hurdle.
and we all
we
let
are
him,
riding on
yeah.
the adrenaline of the
Yeah.
of the six, unfortunately.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna get Eli to call you guys and prank you guys, but I'm like, maybe not the right time.
Right, well then that's it. We wise up. That was dumb as fuck. Here we go. From now, Patar is no longer alone.
Yep.
I wish I had you guys when I had the bench.
Yeah.
You did. You just didn't ask.
Yup.
No, I'd ask multiple times in the mornings.
Didn't lose
He
it in the
didn't ask
morning
me.
though.
I went there a couple of times.
Yeah, it was
But that's
mainly-
besides the point.
I'll see you guys in 20.